Christmas has been the elephant in the room for many EU leaders for the past month, with everyone waiting to see what they would allow in terms of travel restrictions, when they would enact them, would it include New Year, and if their citizens would accept it. Many EU countries entered lockdown at some point during November and are now in lockdown light mode, where some restrictions have been lifted depending on infection rates. Many countries are still curbing the movement of people, whilst allowing them to celebrate Christmas on a small scale with just close family. The EU uses a traffic light map from the ECDC European Centre for Disease Prevention and Control, as a guideline to the high-risk countries in red, from which travel should be limited. Many countries are now demanding negative COVID-19 tests from arrivals from these red areas. The map has started to turn yellow in some places: Ireland, Finland, Norway and Brittany in northeastern France, proving the effectiveness of November's lockdown measures. There is a list of EU-approved, third-party countries which currently includes Australia, Japan, New Zealand, Rwanda, Singapore, South Korea, Thailand, and Uruguay, from which arrivals are also allowed. The same is true for China, assuming reciprocity occurs, i.e. that China accepts EU arrivals. Austria came out of lockdown on the 7th of December, but its restaurants and hotels will stay closed until the 6th of January 2021, except for business travelers. There is a curfew in place between 8 p.m. and 6 a.m. Travelers arriving from the following countries are allowed to enter: Australia, Iceland, Monaco, Slovakia, Belgium, with the exception of the Région de Bruxelles-Capitale, Brussels Hoofdstedelijk Gewest, Wallonia, Italy, New Zealand, Slovenia, Bulgaria, with the exception of the regions of Blagoevgrad, Burgas, Dobrich, Gabrovo, Jambol, Kardjali, Montana, Plovdiv, Razgrad, Shumen, Sliven, Smoljan, Sofia, Stara Zagora, Targovishte, Varna, Japan, Netherlands, Spain, Canary Islands only, Denmark, Canada, Norway, Hungary, Germany, Croatia, only the regions Brod-Posavina, Istria, Koprivnica Krzevji, Osijek-Baranja, Šibenik-Knin, Varaždin, Zadar, Poland, Uruguay, Estonia, Latvia, Portugal, with the exception of the Lisbon and Norte regions, Vatican, Finland, Liechtenstein, Republic of Korea, the UK, excluding East Midlands, Northeast, Yorkshire and the Humber regions, France, with the exception of the Île-de-France and Provence-Alpes-Côte d'Azur regions, Lithuania, San Marino, Cyprus, Greece, Luxembourg, Sweden, Ireland, Malta, and Switzerland. The government states that if you are entering Austria from an EU EEA country not mentioned above, a medical certificate with a negative COVID-19 test result must be presented on arrival, or a 10-day quarantine must be undertaken. All access to third-party countries is not currently given.